Water by the Doobies. It's 9 minutes to 12. After 12, we've got Ted Seymour, and he's got his lunchbox. And the artist today, well, we all know them backwards. We're talking about Cold Chisel. Up after 12 o'clock on Bay FM. In the studio with me from New Lathe Natural Therapies, I've got Madonna Guy, and we're listening to Monica's story today, and it's been very, very enthralling. You know, we've got another 10 minutes or so. We'd like to know more.
Yeah. So firstly, I'd like to clarify with the weight loss process that Monica's done, which is the HCG weight loss. Were you hungry through the process? Because the first thing Judy said was 500 calories.
Because that's low.
Yeah, so...
No, I was not. As I said, there was only that one day I had an extra 100 grams, and I'd been over to see you at the time, and I did the shopping on the way home. But that was the only thing in 42 days that I had that was wrong.
Yeah.
So were you eating lots of protein?
There's a very specific diet. It's 100 grams of protein twice a day, 2 cupfuls of veggies twice a day, a piece of fruit twice a day, and a small amount of starch twice a day. But the reason the hunger isn't there is that the HCG releases brown fat.
And that's eating your own fat.
Exactly. And brown fat is the fat that's deep inside, stored around your heart, liver, your organs, your liver, your intestines, and it's what heats us internally and creates inflammation. So it's why when we have that real... apple shape, we're in such, we know that is a precursor to cancer and heart disease and diabetes and things. But this is the sort of thing that helps to release that really hard to move fat. It's very challenging. But yeah, so good to, because the hunger, most people, and I'm talking maybe 1 in 30 people get hungry on HCG, so their body might not be able to, because they're homeopathic drops, so maybe the homeopathics don't work for them. Maybe their fat tissue is actually releasing either fungus or candida or something that needs a sweet environment, so they might be getting cravings, or the emotional gear. Yeah. We can store emotional gear in fat as well.
Don't get me started on the emotional
gear. Exactly.
We've got 10 minutes left and I could be here for 5 days. Monica, I mean, from the moment you heard Madonna on the radio and you went round to see her, what do your friends and family think?
I'm bragging about her all the time. I would not be the person I am and healthy as I am. A lot of them sort of think, oh, well, it's just naturopath. But I don't know. I hardly ever go to the doctors now.
Yeah.
I go once a year for my regular blood tests, and
that's it.
Apart from that, I don't really have to go now.
I'm just pleased now, Monica, there's a lot of Western medicine doctors who are incorporating a little bit of the Eastern, like supporting what Madonna Guy's done for you and all the guys there at New Leaf. So that's a good thing, isn't it?
I must admit, my doctor, he said, oh, you've lost a lot of weight. And I said, yes, you must probably don't approve of HCG. He said, when I was in South Africa, I used to give it as injections. Apparently that's how it started.
Injections under the tongue.
Oh, yuck!
Is how it was given originally. For the first 20 years.
Aren't you lucky you didn't have to do that?
Drops are so much easier.
And we've actually had clients who, because there's a clinic down the Gold Coast that does the injections still, but it's daily injections. And so firstly, I don't like needles, as everyone knows. But it's sort of like we've had people who've done both the needles and the drops, and they get just as much weight loss with the homeopathic, and it's much cheaper. So, it's one of those things that it really does work. So that's one of the things.
So but the other, keep it up. So
how cool is that? Yeah. But I totally agree, Judy. Doctors and naturopaths really do need to work together. So about a year ago, we started sending letters to doctors sort of when we had someone with a really chronic condition and say, this is what we're starting them on, maybe check, and especially when we could see something like, say, beta blockers are well known to give side effects of coughing. Yeah. So if someone's coughing and they've been on beta blockers for a couple of years, maybe try, there's a million drugs out there. Swap them to a different one, and that's one of the things. If you're on medication that are causing coughing, try a different drug. There are so many different drugs out there.
I'm kind of hoping that, probably not maybe in my lifetime, that go to a doctor's centre and there's naturopaths there and there's massage and there's Reiki, all the things to support, because it's not just about taking pharmaceutical drugs, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you ever try to lose weight without the assistance of Madonna?
Well, I was an 8-pound baby, so I was big to start off with, and I was never small, except for that time before I got married that I'd lost 4.5 stone. But that was walking up 120 steps once a day and stuff like that. Yeah. So,
But also not
This
having
is-
support at home to
Oh,
allow
that's
you to
right.
maintain.
Yeah.
Look,
so now this has been easy.
You know,
I will say it's easy.
I got to tell you, mate, there's a lot of people listening who will go, if she can do it, I can do it.
Actually, can I get you to mention the kinesiology and how that's helped you as well? Because Monica's been a very consistent client since she found us
Yeah.
5-6 years ago. So just talk about the kinesiology and how that's helped.
Well, when I have a monthly appointment with
Yep.
Madonna, and I have kinesiology because I find that I can
What
walk
is
out of-
kinesiology? Because
So from my perspective, it uses muscle testing to find out what's going on in the body. So it helps to diffuse, de-stress old survival patterns. So when you've got a post-traumatic client, they might have 300 survival patterns stored in their brain. Those survival patterns release at least 32 inflammatory hormones all day, every day. They lay down fat around the midsection. They slow down your thyroid. They take away your muscle mass. They gain fat mass. They are really damaging. And if we're running on them day by day, we are activating our obesity genes on a daily basis.
listen, is this something, we're running out of time, I could talk to you guys forever, but could we talk about this next week? Because I think that's a very relevant thing to talk about.
Absolutely.
You know, we've got a very, very high obesity rate now here in Australia. Monica, it was great for you to come in and tell us your story. And of course, Madonna Guy from New Leaf, we'll be talking again next week on Bay FM as we do Bay Health. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Sorry, babe.